I'm Cindy from bdancewear.com, and in this video I'm going to show you how to take a halter leotard and create a mesh sheer strip in the center. The reason you might want to do something like this, I've seen a lot of this where it comes down deep, sometimes not so deep, but we cut away the fabric behind this. And you might want to think about when you do that if there's going to be any boob showing or anything like that. So think about that before you do it. But a lot of times you'll see it cut out with a sheer piece and just solid rhinestoned all the way down. And it's a gorgeous, gorgeous look. So if you want to find out how to do something like this, this might be the perfect video for you. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the leotard, we'll put it on the girl, tie it up where it needs to be. The reason you want to do something like this, it's going to stretch it. Where if you just think, oh, I'm going to cut that V down the center, when they put it on, it might pull apart and then it'll be too wide for you. So what I would do first is take this. You could mark the V where you want it to be, but I actually, my recommended way if you're new at this is to go ahead and have it on the girl. Now remember when you're doing it and you're going to safety pin it, I always put my hand behind when I'm safety pinning to make sure not to poke anybody. So I've cut out a V front. And if I put this in here now, it's really going to cut into the boobs. So I thought this would be the perfect width of it. I definitely like the length of it. So I would maybe measure how wide you want that to be and recut it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to cut some of this away. Making this, I like the length, but just folding it in half and tearing it down. Let's see if we like that a little bit better. Oh, that is perfect. So the first thing I'm going to do is, because of how this neckline V's and this doesn't, I want to get these points up where it matches. And then I'm going to fold it under. Oops. Let's go ahead and pin it into place. Now if I fold this in half and I measure what's center here, then I can put this right into place. So that when I go in and sew it later, I can sew it straight across. But what we're going to do is we're going to cut away the back first. So I want to pin this down. Now take a look at it when you do it. It's really important that you make sure, and you can measure it afterwards, that this is in the center crotch, because you don't want, when the girl puts it on, to end up going like that, unless that's the look you're going for. So you want to make sure it goes down here. And you'll just want to do a lot of pins, because it'll move when you take it off and it'll be hard to tell where you're going to sew it. So then you're just going to make sure it all stays taut. Let's go ahead and go in here. You want to make sure there's a lot of coverage for the girl, because if you're going to cover this in rhinestones, now I'm planning on sewing slightly in from here and then cutting away the back. So really think about it while it's on the girl. You still have time to change what you want to do at this point. And then just keep pinning it down. Like I said, be really careful not to poke anybody. And if you like that, make sure that this is going to be in a spot that is okay. And like I said, after we cut it away, I'm going to go ahead and fold that down. So we have this in place. Let's go ahead and take it off the mannequin. Let's get rid of the mannequin. Okay, so now we're going to open this up and see that it all stayed in place. Now a key thing to do here, to make sure it's even, I'm going to put the edge of the tie together and fold it in half. Let's make sure it is even exactly, and that is. The other thing is, now that we have that folded like that, take the center of the crotch, the side seams in here, fold them in half, fold the entire thing in half. See how this ended up slightly off? This is the perfect time to adjust that, because it's super important that this is even. And I'll want to adjust all the sides a little too, on both sides, the right and left. Let's loosen up this side over a little bit. If a girl needs a little bit more width on her bust, this is a good time to, you can allow for that. So you would just have a little bit of looseness wherever she needs it so that when you cut it away, you'll have a little bit of room in there. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to put our machine on stretch stitch or a zigzag, whatever is easier for you. Let's untie this neck. It'll make it a lot easier if it doesn't have that loop in it. Okay, so I'm going to zigzag it with a pink stitch so you can see it. And then we're going to open this up. I like to have it inside out while I work on it. Okay, now we're going to start the zigzag up at the top or stretch stitch. Okay, let's pull the pins out as we go. Let's go. You want to hold it taut so that you don't end up with bags or weird little things going on. We're catching just the edge of the mesh, but having the entire thing taut. So you don't want to have a flap on the edge of the mesh. You want to make sure that that stays nice and taut. And keep going down. Take this last piece off. If you see it starts to bag up a little, just lift up your pressure foot and get a fresh start on it. And then we're going to switch it around. Start from the bottom, go up. Sometimes I'll work from the top down, but it's up to you how you want to do it. I don't mind going down and starting back up. It's actually an easy transition. Make sure that when you look at it, it's all laying taut and flat, because if it's not, you're going to have a problem. So stop if you see that there is a problem and adjust things. Oh. Always breaks the thread when you don't want it to, doesn't it? Okay, so let's see. Let's get that thread back in there. So make sure it's all nice and secure and keep zigzagging. Okay. So let's go ahead and take this off now. So see the zigzag going down it, and then see how we still haven't finished off the top. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hand in between. Because if you don't put your hand in between, what I found is sometimes you'll accidentally cut through to the mesh. And then I'm just going to cut along this edge, just leaving it, making sure not to cut the actual mesh. And then when you get to this side, you can just pull it down, make sure it's out of the way. And then you just keep cutting that. And then always make sure that your scissors don't cut the mesh. I'm sliding through, making sure I'm not catching any of that, because now we're getting to a narrower spot, so it's a little bit harder to get through and not cut. Now I can fold this flap over. Make sure not to trim away on that mesh, because now I can see both sides of it. See how you can peel this back and see the mesh? Giving room so that it's not right at the edge where I take a chance of cutting that zigzag. And now you see how that is now see-through. But we have to finish off this top end. So what I'm going to do is I am going to fold this over at the top of this leotard. Now I have it at even amount, so I'm just going to take that and zigzag that top. If you need to pin it, pin it. I always suggest if you're new to this, pin it. Why take a chance? And just zigzag that mesh. Finishing that neckline off. So, if you want to create a sheer mesh front, this just might be the video for you.
Thank you for watching our video, and if you enjoyed it, make sure and click here to subscribe, because we're going to have some amazing DIY videos coming out. And if you want to get our free complete dance costume DIY guide, click right here or go to bdancewear.com/DIY guide. And lastly, if you have any questions or ideas for future videos, please leave it in the comments below. Thanks again for watching our video. And remember, be original, be colorful, be dancewear.com.